Hey everybody, and you guessed it, this is a part 3 of my Lexus IS250 quirks and interesting features. And to be honest, I wasn't expecting to make this video, but every month I start to discover something new, which is crazy because I've owned this car for 2 years now. So in this video there's gonna be 10 more quirks and features. And before we begin, I just want to say what's the model and year of this car. This is a Lexus IS250 from 2009. This is a second generation IS, and my specific one is a sport package, and it comes with these Alcantara seats. I discovered 10 or 11 more quirks and features, so without further ado, let's start. The first interesting feature that really surprised me when I realized is the auto dimming for the side mirrors. In previous quirks and features I mentioned that it has the heater for the side mirror, but I didn't know that it also dims when, like on the highway, the car is behind you and with all the lights on. And it's back. And blinds you a lot less. So you can see this, there's like a layer here. I don't know if all Lexuses from second generation have this, or just the refreshed ones, I really don't know, but it is very useful to have. The second small and interesting feature is the intrusion sensor with the alarm system. Now, your engine needs to be turned off completely, just like mine. And then if you press this is like a menu button for the features. If you press any arrow, and so you may ask, what's the intrusion sensor? That's the part of the alarm that goes on if the windows are low and somebody is trying to reach to steal some stuff from your car. So now I'm gonna put to off. Basically that option is for whatever your reason is that you don't want, when the car is shut off, you don't want the alarm when you put your hand in the car. The third interesting feature or a quirk of this car is that this car, even though you can't see it, but it has a diffuser. The thing that I like about it is that it's so discreet. You just can't see it unless you really go below the car, and I will show you. As you can see, there it is, this part here, and there's the tunnel. You can clearly see it. Probably helps with the aerodynamics. I so love the Alcantara interior in the Lexus, but anyway, the fourth interesting thing are these handles. Now, what can be interesting about them? Well, it's the fact that in most cars they rotate for you to hold, but these ones, they stick out and they are very comfortable to hold. And by them doing that, you can see it's almost in line with the roof. It's not like it sticks out or something. And I like that, especially for rear passengers, for the handle to not be in their face so much. So that's another thing that I find it interesting and a quirk of this car. In addition to that, I like how this hook pops up. In many cars it's like this, but in Lexus you have to click it to pop it. And there's one on the other side. Now the next interesting feature is a safety feature, and that is that if you keep closing the window and the window detects resistance in closing, like if some child's head is here or something, it's gonna stop the window going up and it's gonna start going down, which is very nice. So I'm gonna demonstrate to you once because I don't wanna hurt my window motor. So I'm gonna demonstrate and force, and it backed off and it lowered. So it's a minor thing, but it can save somebody from trouble. And this window and the motor is very strong, so probably that's also why they wanted to add that safety feature, just in case. The sixth very helpful feature in this car is that this car will let you know when your remote key is low battery. Now this car has the keyless entry, and probably it knows when the signal of unlocking is very poor. So sometimes when I start the car it informs me, but I don't think it's gonna inform me right now. Let's check. No, it didn't. But I will show you a video where it did, that I recorded, and that's a very useful feature to have because the keyless entry is so nice to use, and you don't want it to use the buttons on the remote, or if the battery goes completely dead, that you have to use the actual key to unlock the car. Before I started making this video, I parked the car and I was looking around the car to see if I missed something. And one specific thing that made me question is this latch, or I don't know how you call that, but there's one there that leads to nothing. Like, then I started to read the manual to see if there's anything that's saying about this hole, and I actually find it in the manual. And the Lexus said this hole is in case the wires for this latch to open failed. You have like a switch. You have to get your fingers in, and there's like a switch to manually open the fuel cover. And Lexus have really thought of everything, I tell you. I mean, I will put my phone with a flashlight to try to record and see where's the latch or a button. Another fuel-related small and interesting quirk is you can see the arrow here beside the fuel station icon. I'm gonna use a different camera and zoom in more so you can see, but this arrow is showing you on what side of the car is the fuel latch or fuel opener. This one shows it's on the left side. If I press the opener, you can see it's clearly on the left side, like this arrow showed. It is a small but useful feature for people who just bought the car and forgot where's the fuel opener. The next cool feature that made me think, oh my god, Lexus have thought of everything, is many cars in this class has this feature of the light comes on when you open the mirror, and when you close it, it goes off. But this one is more complicated because if you keep it on and you try to close it, the light goes off. It doesn't stay on. And in the opposite way, if I try to use this as a sunshade, the car knows that you're not looking at yourself in the mirror and turns the light off to not use it and waste energy. Now you may think, oh, maybe I have a problem with my light, but it's the same on this side. Okay, I turned it on and it turns off if I go both ways. So pretty cool feature from Lexus. And we are at the last interesting feature or a quirk of this car. And the quirk of this car, we have to go inside, and it's about these rear headrests. These headrests at the back, they can rotate and fall like this. I've searched everywhere in the Lexus manual and I just couldn't find the answer. I heard one YouTuber said it's for the rear passengers it helps them bend forward a little bit and to not touch the roof, but it's uncomfortable. I don't know, how can anybody sit with this forcing their neck forward? I mean, it is a nice material, it's Alcantara and I love Alcantara, but I don't know, it's very weird. I think I said everything regarding the interesting features and quirks, but this car doesn't stop surprising me, so you never know, maybe there's a part 4 coming next year. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new, and take care.